She had the worst style. No offense.
And I've also had really bad style. Hey y'all, welcome to Overanalyze with Dom and Kyla.
I realize every time I feel like I hit start, I laugh at the beginning.
Know.
I don't know why. That's a nervous tick. I don't know what that is.
Would you, as a young person right now, let's say you were 20, would you want to know who Mariah Carey is? Would you be Googling her to find out who she is?
Wow. If I was 20 right now, not based upon that.
Because if you're 20, your parents may not have. They may have been listening to her.
Yeah,
if
like
your parents are 45. 50.
Yeah, I would think. We belong together. Upset, like at the
Some
very
of the later
minimum.
Stuff. Yeah.
I don't know a ton of 20-year-olds, but I've been around them a lot. Like when I worked at previous jobs. I don't know her because she has a new album coming out soon.
Mariah Carey. So I asked you that question because I was curious about if you were 20, would you watch Sex and the City? Like right now, do you think you would enjoy the show?
If I was 20 right now.
And the show is what, 30 years old, 25 years old?
I'm going to say yes, and I'll tell you why. The same reason why, as a little boy, I watched it. I have to imagine yes.
So even as a kid, you like nostalgia?
Oh, yeah. My favorite show was I Love Lucy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And even that. Yeah.
The Jeffersons. I loved Three's Company, Golden. Like, I loved.
Old soul.
Like, I watched cartoons as a little kid, as I was supposed to. But I watched a lot. I loved classic TV, too. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Do you think if you were introduced to In Just Like That, it would make you want to go back and watch all of Sex and the City?
That's a great question.
I say that because while you're thinking, my mom says to me, hey, there's this show on with Chunk. It's LTW's husband. I can't think of his name in the show. But he was Chunk on some CBS criminal procedure show. And I'm like, Mom, he was also George Washington
I was gonna say,
Hamilton from that. But I say that because In Just Like That is attracting a different audience. My mom is 77 years old. And so I wonder if her watching it, she started watching it. He wasn't in the first couple scenes. She was over it. I'm like, well, Mom, he's not.
Yeah, he is not. I don't know what you call that.
He's not a main character. He's definitely a supporting. B? He's a C. Because his wife is a B character.
He became more.
He did.
By season 3, he was in it a lot. Yeah.
But I say because with her finding it, there's no way she would have watched all 3 seasons and then been like, let me go watch Sex and the City.
He was barely in any clips I saw on TikTok. Would I? Oh, gosh, I don't know. Am I watching all of it?
Would you be curious? Being an old soul, if you at 37 or 37?
Am I?
Yeah, or 36. How old are you?
34. Sorry. I'll be 35 in December.
All right, so as 34, you probably would be watching And Just Like That because you're an old soul.
Probably. I wonder. I'm trying to compare it to something now. I'm a big fan of Wicked. I love the musical. Okay. I'm obsessed with the movie. I probably watch the Wicked for Good movie trailer 800 times and cry every. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited. And I'll tell you what.
Did you go see it in theaters?
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, we did.
Which one?
There were like original. 5. The original. Okay. The only one that matters, in my opinion.
Yeah. But there were a lot of spin-offs.
Yeah, like Judy Garland. I think
you should watch it.
I did watch. I didn't watch it. So this is why, like weeks ago, there's a lot of behind the scenes of like all like even like the green paint had lead in it, and like all. So I've been really engrossed. And so I think a part of me thought, oh, of course I've seen it, and then you realize, no, I actually never have. So yeah, I probably would have.
You probably would have.
If I was invested in it, then yes.
Would you be irritated
with the original show?
With who they are now from where they were?
Probably. If I started it just like that, probably.
Yeah. All right. So
I'm irritated now. Well, you answer that.
Probably. Because I think Charlotte in And Just Like That is very different from Charlotte on the show.
100%.
But I even would have said that judgmentally, and now I'm kind of giving her some grace because you and I have been speaking just now about how we have changed.
Yeah, I would too.
Over the years.
I like Charlotte better now than I did then.
Yeah, definitely. If I saw it just like that right now, I definitely would go back to watch the show because I like to see people's
you would for sure. I think your personality, like whether you liked it or not, I think you would have.
I would have to.
If I don't like it, I'm not invested.
Well, see, I want to know if I didn't like it, I'd be like, where did the train wreck go off?
See, I wish
Which
I
would
was
have been Sex and the City.
I've been irritated.
Too. But I'm so old school. I'll go back and even read the book. Like, wait, what's the foundation?
I only will be that if I actually like
if you like them.
Whatever the product I'm being introduced, I have to have a connection to it.
Yeah.
Which is probably not always because I could be missing on something that I actually like.
Well, that's why we're doing this show because I am right now in season 7 of Scandal.
I've never watched Scandal.
I got introduced to the show in season 5 because I always start shows That has to be after
That
the
is not a
third
book.
season.
That's not a book or anything, right?
I don't know. I think it was just the creation
I'll tell
of
you
Shonda.
that. I was gonna say I do love anything Shonda Rhimes does.
I think you'll like it. In fact, season 7 is where we get introduced to Annalise.
Oh,
Because it is a spinoff of
I did not know
How to Get Away with Murder.
because I used to watch How to Get Away with Murder, and I did like. I didn't watch the last few seasons.
Wait, did you watch Bridgerton?
No.
Okay, well get out. You don't watch everything.
I have you know what?
Did you see Inventing Anna?
No.
That one, watch that one. You'll
I
like
have,
that one.
I'm gonna tell you something.
That's so good.
I believe I love all of these things. I am so. It's almost like I'm so in debt with the things that it's. You know, like when you have in debt, a lot of like credit card debt, and you're like, I don't know what to do,
It's
so I'm just not.
overwhelmed.
So I'm just not gonna do it at all. I'm like that.
Okay.
So though I will watch old episodes of Real Housewives from like 2010.
But that's okay though, because those are different. Like
Is it
we've
though?
talked about this before. You read nonfiction, and so then
Yes.
you like to watch kind of scripted, situational
Human
reality.
Yes.
I read a whole bunch of fiction, so then I like to watch fiction.
No longer hypothetical.
Mm-hmm.
When you did first start watching Sex and the City, who did you identify with then?
Okay.
And has that changed? And if it did, who have you morphed into?
Oh, okay. So I started watching Sex and the City in college.
Yep.
I started with season 5.
I know it's so weird.
I was
What's a random
100% Miranda.
I could
Down to her proposing.
So you were in law school, or was this?
No, this is college. I was in college. So this is pre-law school.
Did you know you wanted to go to law school?
God, it was
Was that
faintly in my mind.
So that had nothing really to do with it.
No, I was just a college student. I was 20 years old, getting the DVDs from the library because we didn't have cable growing up, and so the only way I would be introduced to HBO would have been in college.
Mm-hmm.
And so I lived on Washington. And I would walk to the main library, and I would go back to my apartment.
And you would get the DVD. That is so funny.
I used to walk all the way down here to the Riverwalk because you think you're invincible.
Before all this was here.
Yes.
Weird.
But I mean, like 2 a.m, like can't sleep, just gonna walk down here. I know.
Girl. Okay.
But also, I'm an elder millennial. Fair. I was 100% Miranda. I was like, I'm gonna have a baby on my own terms.
Okay.
Right? Like I had the ownership of it. Even to this day, I call my husband the Mister. I don't even say my husband.
I kind of love.
You'll never hear me say better half. You'll never.
You don't say hubby, do you? I hate people who say shit like that.
At most, I might say hubs, but in a joke, not for real. I call him the Mister.
Like me and hubby are. I hate that. It actually makes me very mad.
So when I first saw Miranda, she's getting back with Steve, right? Because they had reconciled on Brady's birthday. They get stuck in the mud or stuck in the gum on the shoe, and then she proposes to him, and then they have this tiny wedding. Yep. She was such a badass who did whatever she wanted.
Yes, she
has
did.
her nanny here, but I was like, but she doesn't have kids. She was actually very, very wealthy. Miranda was serving.
When you season 1 buying an apartment in New York. Oh well, I would be curious to look at this. You know how like inflation, all that. Like what her apartment would have been in 1990.
It was 2 bedrooms for just her.
Yeah.
Back then.
Was made partner.
She proposed to him. I wanted to be, and in the chillest way. Like I've always wanted someone to be like, this is so much fun. Do you want to get married? Yes. And then that's it. I wanted a small, tiny ring. I told my husband that. I was like, you have to show me the receipt that it was paid for.
Miranda was never about flashy. She had the worst style. No offense.
And I've also had really bad style. Well, okay, here's the thing. It is very expensive and time consuming to be attractive. Not just you look good. Even Kylie Jenner puts on makeup and whatever you think is beautiful. And I was always like, no, thank you. I will not be contributing. There's pictures of me from college. I never even wore lipstick, so I went to law school. I didn't have time. Now I have time, and it actually is fun to play. But like, I was Miranda. I was 100% Miranda. I'd be interested to find some old journals and see if she encouraged me to go to law school.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, I guess that would be the obvious like connection.
Because in that season, it wasn't so much about work.
That's
true.
And
I probably didn't even realize.
For her, that season, it was more family and like personal story.
She got to choose the house. She was the one asking all the questions to the broker.
Would you have done that?
I did that now.
No.
I was like, let me read the mortgage. Yeah, no, for real. So, but I'm not her.
You're not her now. So who have you morphed into?
Miranda and Steve without the divorce. Because they're so honest, especially at the end of it, just like that, when Brady is having a kid and they get to like talk shit.
To the very end, they've been honest with you. I do love that about them.
I don't know. I don't want to say that I'm Charlotte just because she's the other married one.
I would say Charlotte, present day Charlotte. Not Charlotte like back then.
Charlotte, my husband upgraded me. Charlotte, we now have kids. Charlotte, I have a little bit more flexibility to do what I want. And also, Charlotte and Harry are super, super honest.
Yeah.
And Theo and I, my husband's name is Theo, we're super, super honest. So, like, when I think back to Charlotte and Harry being sick with the cheese plate and then being sick and then just like that, like, that is me and Theo. Yeah. Minus the tiny bed. That's what we talked about last episode. Every bed in the show.
I just hope I hope that was the
a
angle of the camera.
Full-size bed.
Because that was weird. But they were close
I
together.
could see Charlotte doing that to make sure they always touch in bed, though. Like, literally, your leg has to be on my leg somewhere.
I could, but I can't because she seems very... She's not vain, that's not the word. But she seems very, like, grand.
But also, the new thing in houses is that your bedroom is small because you're only in there to sleep.
True.
Now your living room, your closet is massive, and that could have been her. Do you think Carrie and Big would have had a small bed? Or they'd have like a California King?
Yeah. I think that'd be more Big than Carrie. I can see Carrie going, we can sleep in a twin. I don't care. I can see her saying that. But as long as she had the fabulous closet.
Yeah.
He would probably want a typical fucking guy. Like, I want the biggest bed that you can possibly get.
I know. Well, see, I like to sleep like diagonal. So I probably would want a California King.
Like my dog.
I'm all over the place.
That was not very nice. You're not like my dog. But my dog does that.
So what about you? Who were you like when dating in your 20s? Mm-hmm. Which character were you like? And then who are you now? Oh my God, what's so funny?
Because I'm like...
Is he going to say something?
No. I mean, I had bits of that, I suppose. But I would say it's more in the deeper emotional side. Mm-hmm. I probably was... In terms of how I approach dating, I still have yet to ever live with a man.
Okay.
So take very specifics out of it, but the themes, I would say like Carrie. For a long time, it was early Carrie Bradshaw. I feel like I was always chasing and trying to... She felt like she couldn't fit in his box. Mm-hmm. She's like, I'm always perfect Carrie, this Carrie. I feel like that was always by nature. It's like, I feel like I have to, for a very long time, alter my personality.
Yeah.
There's a lot more deeper stuff of why I did that with everybody.
But also Carrie dated very different people.
Yeah.
I'm dating the big wig financial guy.
Yeah. And then you date the 20-something. And then the author.
So there were big swings where you
kind of like... Big swings. I kind of have a type-ish. I do like geeky hot guys. Like that kind of like like the smart, like I dated a professor, an architect. That came more in my later life. I was like, I'm really attracted to that type of like intellectual, but also like I need a conversationalist.
Oh, so not socially awkward.
Not socially awkward.
Look, like the hot guy with the glasses.
But they are smart though. They're all they know how to balance. Like I have a personality and I'm extremely smart. Because I'm arguably not. I'm not book smart, but I have a lot of common sense.
I think you're book smart. I think you say that because of very specific.
I think maybe of politics, if anything, but like I can't do math and all that kind of stuff.
Nobody can. It's like computers.
I told this to someone at work the other day. I was like, listen, I might not know how to solve a lot of math equations. I might have horrible grammar. I'll tell you what, I can take you to New York City or really any other big metropolitan city. I can guide you through any transportation system. I'm just uniquely really good at that. I can get around any city driving. I need to know where landmarks are. I can always figure shit out. So in that way, I'm like, so it's a good balance. But I think I was always chasing and trying to like change. Oftentimes, I wouldn't always blame the gentleman necessarily that I was dating. It was a lot of me trying to figure out, okay, what do I have to do to myself to attract them? When in hindsight, they might have just liked me for who I was. But when you look at full reflection, I'm like, I didn't even know who I was then because I was nobody.
So that's a good point, and I'm going to bring it back to who are you as dating now. I've been seeing stuff on social media where, and it's the way we were raised, you might have been called cute, you might have been called smart. Yeah. We weren't raised to be confident.
True.
And when you don't know that you're attractive, you can get taken advantage of in a very different way. Yeah. And so I keep seeing all these people that are talking about like the dangers of not knowing you're attractive. Yeah. That was part of why I didn't wear makeup. That was part of why I was hiding. That was part of this whole thing. For me, it came from the church, but it was hiding. And so then when you do realize you're attractive, you're like, there's options. There's pretty privilege. People look at me differently when I dress a different way. And you miss a lot of that. And I feel like Carrie probably missed a lot of that, especially in that first season.
Yeah, I could see that.
She had that dowdy hair. She was just kind of all over. I think anyone who looked at her twice, she would have given them some attention. But I think that's because she was still struggling as a writer. Even the people she dates now and Just Like That are different because she's established now. Like,
well, you even think about, this is definitely a Carrie thing I would have done. I think it was the pilot episode, because I just watched it the other day, just for funsies. And that's where we first meet Stanford also. And she's at lunch with Stanford. She's smoking.
She goes and sees their ex.
Yes, and sleeps with
better not.
And she sleeps with him, but she did it as a power move. And then she wound up getting hurt again.
Because she knew she wasn't that girl.
So that I would have done that too. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to stick it to him and try to flirt with it. Except for all my exes, for some reason, don't like me. So that probably would not work.
But here's my thing with Carrie. She was a risk taker, though.
Yes, she was.
She would let her friends hype her up. She always knew what she wanted to do. She would do kind of like a crowdfunding to get them to also, do it. And then
true.
she would still go do it.
I'm very much her. You remember like when she broke up with her and Big broke up, I believe it was the second time. And she wouldn't shut the fuck up about it. I mean, that was the whole like beginning sequence, and it shows all those scenes of her talking about, and they're all like
as fucked up as you are.
Yeah. And I was like, that would be me.
And then she gets with John Bon Jovi in the therapist's office.
I did love that.
I gotta watch that season again. Okay, how often do you watch the whole Sex and the City?
Often.
Every year. I probably watch it every quarter.
I continuously will watch it, but I'm like, I want to watch an old episode or something.
I used to watch it on TBS when all they would play it super late, and it would cut it to like 20 minutes. You're like, you cut off the funny
I do remember that. Yes, you would shorten parts or they skip. I'm like,
cut out whole line.
But you know what? I never liked it because I wanted to hear them swear. I was like, this is stupid. They would say sometimes stupid words to replace it. I'm like, I don't want to watch that.
TV changed so much.
That's
why I'm excited for us because podcasting is still so new. All right, so who are you? Which character are you right now in your dating life? You can do it just like me or Sex and the City.
Well, they're all taken. I'm not.
They are.
Isn't that funny? Well, that's not true. Carrie is not anymore.
Carrie is not.
But I didn't go through that trajectory. In terms of
who would you want to be? I want you to be Seema. Oh, Adam loves her so much.
Who doesn't want that? He does.
Has he said he loves her? Or
yes, that's how it ended. They're like, I think they were naked in the bathroom, and he's like, "I love you."
Oh yeah.
She said, "I love you too." For a minute, I was like, "Oh, she's gonna run away."
I love that it was not a big production. It was just them in the shower.
Okay.
That was such an unexpected twist.
I loved it though. See, something that clearly was supposed to continue. Who am I / who would I want to be? You know what? I'm gonna say this. I still want to be Carrie Bradshaw.
Yeah.
I think I identify with Miranda often with her, but it's really, honestly, it's just her sense of humor. And her sense of kind of what you just said, her sense of independence resonates loudly with me. However, if there's anything about Just Like That, at least season 3, that really struck a chord with me, or at least gave me a sense of motivation, was like, I want to write a book. I've always wanted to be a writer, and I have a short attention span.
You want to be a comedian. You want to do all of it. But we're gonna do it though.
I have all these careers I want to do that I've not done like really anymore.
You got time.
I've tried writing, and it's like my attention span. Once I get frustrated, and I type like a few paragraphs. I'm like, I don't know what to do next. I just give up.
What am I talking about? We talked about doing a writing workshop.
Yes, that's what I mean.
So here's the deal, though. Because I've interviewed a couple of writers. Some people don't start with the first chapter. Sometimes you got to start with the juicy thing that you think.
I'm all in my own head about it.
Is it fiction or nonfiction? Is it a
oddly
memoir?
enough, both. All of it.
So it's going to be your life, but like fanatical.
I already have a title for my own book about my life.
I love that.
But probably I have fiction ideas too, because I'm a people observer. So I love going to coffee shops and looking at different tables and then just creating stories about them. So
are you a manifester?
Yes.
Because
I'm a manifest generator.
You're manifesting, but do you believe in like manifesting and stuff?
Oh yeah, I do all the time.
I don't
think I'm good at it, but
we only want things because our future selves already
have crystals also all around my house too.
So your future self, you already are an author. That's why you want to write a book.
So that part resonates with
me.
But I think with Carrie, so taking out some of the like relationship specifics, I think one thing that resonates with Carrie still does, even through her horrible decision making sometimes. I resonate with Carrie's love for love. And I think that at the core is like something that I don't want a boyfriend. I want my partner. I want that, like my person.
Yeah.
And I resonate that with Carrie. The intellectual of like kind of being quirky and unique. Because Carrie Bradshaw was pretty unique. I mean, not just fashion. She was kind of quirky when you really think about it. I think I have similar humor of like, she has a good like little quirks that are, you're like, you're so silly. So I think I'm still Carrie Bradshaw.
Yeah.
I resonate most with her, though I still have a little bit of Miranda probably in me too. But
what does that mean?
I identify with her self-discovery still, of her like not on the same journey, but I enjoy that. I don't like how it played out necessarily the first 2 seasons. I did enjoy seeing Miranda in a whole different way of like exploring this part of her that was never even remotely tapped into in all the years of Sex and the City.
I wonder if she always wanted it to be like
that.
that.
Did you like girls then?
But the actress Cynthia Nixon is a lesbian. So I wonder if she's always wanted it to go eventually to here. I wonder and maybe like
that's a good question. Yeah,
late or early 2000s, HBO wouldn't let her go where she wanted to go. They just had like cutesy little lesbian scenes. It wasn't.
I don't know.
It was more experimental.
Well,
than coming
I don't
out.
know if it would have made sense because you saw Samantha for a minute be a lesbian. That was.
You saw Charlotte dressed like a man.
Dressed like a man
and do her whole thing.
I just don't. I think what they did with
Miranda,
kept
it real shallow.
Very. I don't think it would have ever made sense in the series. Her to experiment with women, except for when she tried to with that one. Remember the softball game?
Yes. I would have preferred them to do it in the show.
You think?
Because I think with it coming after her being divorced, it was too clunky. And it's like,
I
are
agree.
you really?
I
Or is
agree.
it because you're grieving
I
the
agree.
marriage?
Well, here's the thing. And this is
I think it would have made sense if she and Steve were swingers and then she decided she actually liked
like a
women.
threesome or at least. I think, and this is no. Listen, we're very progressive on this podcast, so do not twist my words, anybody. I think it was too much, and to your point, clunky. Of like, okay, Miranda is questioning her sexuality, and she questions it by meeting a very outspoken, non-binary character. And I love Sarah Ramirez because I love Dr. Callie Torres of Grey's Anatomy. I think they are a great actor. I think it was has nothing to do with their individual stories. It was like it's too much. But then again, who's to say that wouldn't actually happen in real life?
I know.
Isn't that how it happens? Like you meet somebody that's
like that.
so different from your realm that you start. So I understand. Like it's.
Yeah.
I feel like we saw too much, and that's why I think people were deeming the show, quote unquote, too woke. And I never felt that way necessarily, but I can understand. Like, okay, this is a lot being thrown at us.
Yeah.
It just seemed like there's a lot of dramatic shifts from what we know these women to be.
But also, depending on your friend group, our friends are very dramatic and very different. And a lot of these things are happening every single day. And so if they're not happening in your group, has it already happened? And so now people are settled? Or are they not telling you because you're not the one that they confide to? Or is it happening behind closed doors?
I think by no means.
Because people are always changing.
By no means am I a screenwriter. Am I writing shows? I'm not a producer. I'm not any of those things. Full disclosure.
You're a podcast producer.
Hey. However, from a consumer standpoint, from the viewership, I think individually all those things very interesting to watch. I think with an ensemble cast, when you have 3 main legacy characters, and now we're introducing, remember season 1 of it just like that, we had 3 new women that we're introducing, different storylines. It was so much to digest of like, okay, Miranda has this 360, Charlotte and her children's journeys, right, with Rock, that we're watching that in real time. Okay, Big dies.
I need to rewatch
Samantha's not there.
I
it's
need
like,
to rewatch the whole
it was
thing.
so much dramatic shifts for an ensemble cast. I was like, okay, this is a lot going on. Like, is there one character that can just live and have smooth sailing? None of them did.
And then, because even with Seema coming in, she was just new. So we're like, what do you do?
And LTW, it was new.
Yeah,
so it's like you had
it was a lot.
So you had new blood. Big's dead. Miranda's like gay, dating non-binary character.
Maybe you had a season with just the big 3, and the whole story is that we're living and Samantha's not here. Then you start to bring in characters.
I would even, but if they still had Carrie, Miranda, and Charlotte, if they had their same storylines, just the 3, I still think that's too much.
Oh,
there was just no. It was like,
see, I think life is absolutely messy, but to
no,
your point,
right.
As a viewer, yes, and
by episode 2, Big's dead, Miranda's gay and cheating.
I need to rewatch it. It was a lot. Carrie's a podcaster.
Carrie's, that was a whole thing. She's grieving. It was like, oh my God.
I think I kind of thought because the episodes are longer, they're like 45 minutes. That's a lot of time to cover.
Yeah.
I'll need to rewatch it with like time because remember, I wasn't going to watch it until they were all out. And so. But
then again, this is where I'm not an artist in that way because now by season 3, I was loving it and everyone's their storylines are solidified in what they're supposed to be. I think we could have slowed the pace. Like maybe by season 2, that's when Charlotte like comes out or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Could we have staggered? I wonder. I don't know.
Because even in the series, Sex and the City, the episode had the theme. Easy come, easy go. And then all 4 ladies, their story was about easy come, easy go.
And we didn't have...
they were different, but that was always the theme.
Right. Granted, I didn't read the title and the summary of each episode to know if they tried to do that again. I did not feel that vibe by just simply watching the episode. It just felt like... Which is not uncommon either. It was just an episode of their life at that moment. I do love that about Sex and the City. It was like a map, and they were all going in the same direction, or going the same place in different directions.
So I gotta say, I appreciate you saying that because I think a couple episodes ago when we were talking about it just like that, and I was like, the first 6 episodes are killing me. It was so rapid fire. It's like they were producing it for Instagram Reels, and then they just shoved it all together. And I was like, this is not a vlog of everyone's life.
I do think I have to go back and check this though. If history is correct in my brain. Season 1, I mean, just like that, I believe it was only supposed to be a limited series, and that was it. And I think only because of they enjoyed it, and I think because it had some sort of success, some level of success, they continued on. So that also, I will say, maybe that's also part of why so much was shoved down our throats, because it wasn't supposed to last originally longer than that, and then it did, and then now here we fucking are, which I don't understand. But
do you think you will continue to watch and just like that, like you watch Sex and the City?
probably not. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I think we need to rewatch it just for.
I think
just to digest knowing that it's done.
Definitely that. I think at some point I will. I feel like if on my own, if we
right now we're hurt, we're grieving.
I'm still grieving. Probably a year from now, maybe. Yeah, so I can see me. I actually, to be fair, I almost watched it season 1 the other day, but I was like, nah, I'm good.
So I can always still watch the original Sex and the City movie, though. The movie.
Oh yes.
I love the movie.
But I like the extended cut version
more.
Me too.
Yes. It's so good.
I love the closet.
I love all of it.
Soundtrack. I love the closet scene when she's packing up her closet.
I still debate with Theo because he took me to see that. We were on a date. Do you think Big always planned to buy her that apartment when he's like, can we go see it? And then she's like,
what was it, lucky number
17 or whatever?
Probably.
And they're in the elevator. I feel like he's looking at the lady like they had planned it, and she's.
Oh well, he had to because they walked in, she's looking at it, and he already bought it. So I think that particular apartment was a ploy.
We always talk about that. And Theo's
like, I never thought about that
right now, and I'm like, no,
because he already said. You know, I guess that's a gray area because he just says I got it. So it doesn't mean he pre-knew that, but it could. But it could go both ways. That's a good question.
I think I would have thought that I was a Carrie and Big in a relationship because Big was a good provider. Carrie had to eventually get honest with him about what she really, really wanted. Yep. Remember, she pretended she didn't want to get married, and they did this and they did that. And so
she was going to sell her apartment. Yeah,
I know. So
you know,
I would have liked to see more of that, more of their relationship.
Do you wish? No, let me see this. Do you wish they lived in that apartment?
No, I don't care.
I did. I really love that apartment.
The people make the home, not the
so
actual.
Corny.
But it's true.
I love that They opened the glass door. She's like, "Hello, I live here." I'm like,
that was cute.
I was like, that apartment looks so beautiful.
But it's too bright for them. That's not their style.
They lived in that. Well, by the second movie, they still lived in that building. They just went down.
Yeah.
I forgot how many floors she said.
That was a cute apartment. Of her like peeling the corn and they're talking in the kitchen. Should we get some diamond?
Yeah.
He was so flippant with money because he had so much, and I'm just like provision.
You know what's so interesting about that is in my mind I always think I would love to be surprised if my if a boyfriend he proposes to me. I want it to be something like so romantic like that. I think deep down I would want something like that.
Well, here's the
because in my mind that is when it's kind of like, wait, do you want to get married? And I think that would be more into me.
I used to ask Theo to marry me. Which is so anti-Miranda because I just said I'm this full Miranda.
Well,
or maybe it's not.
Because she has.
And he would say to me, yes, but that's not a proposal. Because he wanted to propose. Because here's the deal. You and your other person, y'all talk about getting married. The proposal is a surprise. Wanting to be married should not be the surprise. If you ask someone to marry you and they say no, you guys weren't talking about it. So that's the difference. Because he's like, absolutely, I want to be with you. But this is not, you know what I mean?
Wasn't that, I feel like it was a Charlotte-specific storyline. Was dating men that didn't want to get married, and I think it was Charlotte. I feel like I remember Charlotte saying, "Well, what's the point?
Yeah,
if they didn't want to get married,
to meet yourself, to have fun, to get free dinner."
I don't know if I ever thought about it. Any of the real relationships that I've been in, 2 of them, I was like in my mind, I'm like, I think I would like to get married.
Yeah.
So I could like flip when they asked us. So how 10 years from now, like when did you know? The moment I met Ben. I was always kind of that person.
Yeah. But that means you were dating with intention. Nothing wrong with that.
But I do, because I'm like, I wouldn't date someone who would tell me that that's off the table right away.
Well, I don't think...
I'm like, well, then fuck you.
2 boyfriends? And I didn't truly start dating until I was out of college. So like 22, 23. Which is not
that sounds
smart.
about right, though, right?
No, I'm going to let my daughter date at like 16, 17, because then you get it out of your system. No, I mean like date. Like boyfriends and kissing and all of it.
Oh, I think you meant like
way late.
Like I took dating seriously by that time.
No. Like
I didn't date. I had high school boyfriends.
Yeah, no.
I lost my virginity at 14.
Hello, Mom.
Oh, she knows.
No, so I didn't date till way late. And I remember the first 2 guys, I told them I love you first when the time came, and I was like, I'll never do that again.
You said it first.
Because usually by the time a man says it, the woman's been feeling it for like 5 months. And so I was like, I'll never do it again. And that was when everything kind of like changed. But also... Sex and the City was teaching me, shit, if I was 22, 23 dating, this is after I started watching Sex and the City.
I probably would look at it as like,
I probably was like, I am Miranda.
I wish when I started watching, I wish I was adult. Exactly. I mean, I'll tell you a funny story. I wonder how you would handle this.
Mm-hmm.
So this ex-boyfriend of mine, he cheated on me. Whatever. It wasn't long after that. Like we were out to dinner. I knew that I loved him in the back of my head. We didn't say anything like that yet. And I really thought I was gonna marry him. And we jokingly would talk about it. But I remember before he said I love you, I remember we're at a Mexican restaurant. It's not there anymore.
Okay.
It was local cantina when local cantina in the short north was open. We're sitting outside and he took my phone and he was joking. And we took a picture. I still have the picture on my phone. I need to get rid of it. I have a weird attachment to a lot of things.
No judgment.
So he took a picture. It was a cute picture. And I was going to upload it. And he took my phone and he put as a caption, I love my boyfriend.
And then he sent you the picture?
No, it was on my Facebook.
Oh,
I was
okay.
going to post it. He's like, well, let me post it. And he put that. We haven't said that to it. So I thought, oh, you love me? He's like, well, not. I was just being.
Him.
He was being funny. No, he's being funny. He's like, I don't know yet. And I was so hurt. I was like, why would you say that's not funny to me?
Wait, but this is after you guys are dating, after you found out he was
several
cheating.
months.
So you were already forgiving him, and now
I can't remember if it was before or after. It was
either way. That's a dick move.
Yeah,
or that's a rude move.
I think it was actually before because when he did, I remember us saying that tweet, blah blah blah. It's a whole thing, but I thought, in hindsight, I mean, I was hurt in that moment. But in hindsight, like that is kind of cruel in a way.
Cruel.
When he
It'd
knew,
be cute if that was his reveal of yes, I do.
No, yes,
that would be cute.
He would thought it was. I was like, and then all the comments were like, yay, like, and I'm like, how do you feel? How does that? You know,
we need to talk about narcissists.
He had them. Don't worry. I think if you scroll long enough, my Facebook, I think
it's still there.
Exists. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Would you be hurt by that?
By following you on Facebook?
No,
yes.
if you were dating with Theo, and
yes, absolutely. Because I don't really post my significant other on social media. I mean, well,
you do, but you don't
care for social media. You might see his hand somewhere. And it's funny because he'll see me create, and then he'll get the urge, and he'll bring out all the cameras and do it. I definitely wasn't posting anyone because I definitely dated for fun, like.
See, I never. I don't think I never did.
Like, who is this person?
I never did.
I will tell you this though. So I'm a Taurus, which is an earth sign.
Yeah.
Every man I've ever dated has been a water sign, Pisces specifically.
Interesting.
Except for my husband, who's a Cancer. And then one time I dated a Leo, and it split terribly because Leos are like they want all the attention and the shine, and I want to chill.
Yep.
And so it wasn't a good match.
Did you ask that before?
I was thinking about it lately. So like at the beginning of this year, I did a whole bunch of stuff, and like I've always known my sign, but I've started to like pay more attention to it.
That's true. Yeah, I was gonna say that's newer for you. Yeah.
Taurus Sun, Taurus Rising, Capricorn Moon. So 2 Earths, and then but Earth and Water are really really good.
That's so interesting. That in hindsight, especially since you weren't into it then.
The one thing I did know, everybody I've ever dated has always been the eldest. And I think that's because I'm the middle child and the only girl between my brothers. So I never had middle child syndrome because I was the only girl. So I always got to stand out. But I think there's something in me that I wanted like that provider-ish. I just like attracted the eldest.
I never know how to read these. So my moon, I'm a Sagittarius. I have a Gemini moon. I don't know like the sun.
The moon is who you present to other people when you meet them. When they meet you, Gemini, they probably think you're tons of energy, tons of creative, very, very different. And you're like, but that's not me. At my heart, I'm a Sagittarius. The moon is who people meet when they meet you.
So how do you know what's rising and all that shit?
Your rising will literally ascendant. You're Scorpio ascendant.
I don't want to be
I'm a Scorpio Mars.
What's
Scorpio,
that mean?
Your Mars is who you are in conflict.
I'm a Gemini also.
Well, that means are you hot and cold? I'll talk to you and then I won't.
I'm petty.
A lot of quiet, silent treatment. Your descendant is who you were in a past life.
Taurus. I was a Taurus in my past
life. So you were a bull in your past life. I was a Gemini in my past life.
Really?
People are always like, how are you a Taurus? Because I'm always, but I like a lot of different interests. I had a birth chart reading in May. So your sun is who you are. Your Venus is Sagittarius, so that would be interesting. That's who you are as a lover or like in relationships.
You may have had difficult, disappointing relationships. Why is that the first sentence?
Venus is a Sagittarius.
Yes, that is true.
Yes. Hold on, let's end this episode. All right, you guys.
Okay,
so if you haven't noticed, and we didn't really say.
We're all over the place.
All over the place, but we are not judgmental. We are just analytical about everything.
I will overanalyze anyone's anything, but
because we're overthinking all the time. Like something will happen or would happen to us at work, and we would be like, and we would debrief.
I always think
3 hours.
I always think everyone's always mad at me. I did something wrong. There's never a moment where I'm like, I didn't think somewhere in the world I've done something bad.
And I am like that to an extent, but then I will also spin it to be like, oh, but they just had this and this and this happen, and all these things happen that we didn't see. So we've always been overanalyzing.
I don't get that.
And now we're just doing it together.
I'm just the problem.
Including media. So, next episode, or one of the future episodes, we got to do the astrology
of
all
our
the characters. It's fascinating.
I think I do have that.
Now, we won't have their whole birth chart.
No.
Because you have to have, like, the time of birth.
But I do have something about that. Well, that ChatGPT gave me.
What is Carrie? Is she Virgo?
What do you think? Do you think she's a Virgo? If you had to take a wild guess.
I just know when Big shows up and she has the balloons, I know it's like fall. She has like a heavy jacket or something.
She's a Libra.
September.
It says Libra or possible Gemini.
Gemini would be late August.
They say
early August.
Yeah. What do you think?
My best friend's a Libra. My mom's a Libra.
We can go into the next episode, but we'll end it with Okay, so I'm gonna have you guess. What do you think Samantha is?
Capricorn or like Aquarius.
Scorpio.
Scorpio. I could see that.
Charlotte.
I don't know. Aries.
Cancer.
Cancer.
And then Miranda, what do you think she is?
I don't know.
Capricorn.
That makes sense. Highly analytical, just like me.
It's funny. For Charlotte, it says Cancer, and then it says in quotes, with Virgo vibes.
Yes, Cancer is my husband. That's a water sign. They're very chill, but they also have the pinchers.
Traditional.
Very traditional.
Family-oriented.
Loves stability, loves routine. Yeah.
She craves marriage and children, values emotional security.
No, it's real.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Why'd that make me think of them in the taxi cab? The Up the Butt episode.
I love that episode. And they hit the bum bum. A preview. And they all laugh. I'm like, I would love to have that moment with my friends. But we all, never mind.
All right, you guys. Thanks for overanalyzing with us. Talk to you later.
Bye.
That's a really cute picture
I
of you
love
guys.
him so
I
much.
have that shirt. I almost wore that shirt today. I'll wear it next week.
Isn't that, and like, look, love that you're happy.
5 years ago.